Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just feel like you're breathing in the essence of pure relaxation. And as you exhale, give yourself permission to let go of any stresses, strains, worries, or any tension that might be hiding in muscle tissue or tendons. Allow it to leave your body in that outward breath. As you breathe in slightly deeper than you normally would. And as you exhale, allow yourself to exhale for longer, allowing your body to release more of that tension, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. So allow yourself to settle, to make yourself comfortable, and you begin to notice the rhythm of your breath, perhaps slowing down and deepening, as if your body already knows that it's time to relax. It's time to go inwards now. That's right. I want you to imagine a place from your past, a creek, a winding stream that's shallow. You know where the sun is warm but not too hot, and there is a scent of citrus lingering in the air. Maybe trees offering shade. And I want you to imagine walking somewhere by that winding stream in that creek. I want you to imagine how shallow the water is, how clear the water is. Maybe you can see stones and pebbles under the surface of the water. Maybe you can hear the sound of birds. I want you to get a sense of how it would feel to be in that place. And maybe on either side of the stream, you see trees. And imagine it's the time of year where these trees have fruit that are ripe. Oranges, lemons, limes, avocados. Lush and vibrant, with leaves that perhaps rustle in the soft breeze. I want you to get a sense that this is real nature and real food. Food that is powered by sunshine and rainwater. That if you imagine only eating fruits and vegetables for 10 years, at the end of that 10 years you would be slim and healthy, full of vitality. And contrast that with the idea that if you were only allowed to eat processed foods made in factories and laboratories for 10 years, after 10 years you would be heavier and sicker. Allow your mind to acknowledge that true health and vitality will always come through natural foods. But imagine continuing to walk by that stream. And imagine that you're walking barefoot, perhaps in the shallow stream or on soft grass nearby. And each step brings you closer to that calm, trickling sound of the creek. And I want you to find the perfect place by the creek to sit and relax. Perhaps you're on the edge of the stream, somewhere comfortable, and just imagine your feet dangling in the cool water. And I wonder if you can feel that refreshing sensation of life flowing, just like the stream itself, gently cleansing, moving, and nourishing everything in its path. So imagine being relaxed, perhaps lying down, feet there in the stream. Take a deep breath in, and I wonder if you can notice the smell of fresh citrus from a nearby tree. Or maybe you can feel the warmth of sunshine on your skin, and a piece of this place begins to vibrate and resonate through you. I want you to imagine looking up into the sky, a blue sky with some soft, white, fluffy clouds, and see those clouds drifting slowly overhead. Sometimes clouds can look like shapes or animals. Allow your imagination to play with the shapes of these clouds, just like your thoughts floating through your mind. And you don't need to hold onto any of these thoughts or focus too long on any one cloud. Just observe and let them go. Breathing in and breathing out, and with every outward breath feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. Because with every breath you become even more deeply relaxed, as if the rhythm of the clouds and the current of the stream are lulling you into a deeper and more peaceful place inside yourself. And in this state of peace, relaxation, and clarity, allow your unconscious mind to open, to become receptive and ready for an evolution or perhaps a transformation. Because as you continue to relax in this peaceful creekside haven in your imagination, you begin to remember something very important. You recall that your body is wise, and your body has stored energy, not just in food, but in the reserves it has already prepared for you. Your body fat is not something to hate, fear, or link to shame. but something to use. From this point onwards, you will consider body fat as a reservoir or power bank of energy, just waiting for the signal to be tapped into. And every time you eat fewer calories than your body needs, your body smiles because it knows it can switch to that internal power bank, burning stored fat as clean, natural fuel. And sometimes you might feel tired or hungry. But what if that's the catalyst for that power bank to be turned on, to make that energy available? You no longer rely solely on food for energy, because you have energy already within you, and that energy is ready to be unlocked day by day, pound by pound. It's been waiting for you to use it, like a vault full of money that wants to be spent. You have stored energy that wants to be used. And you now make a powerful shift in how you think about food. What if you no longer crave sugar or excess carbs because you already have energy within you? You don't need food for energy. Instead, you seek out something far more precious: vitality. Because if you have more than enough energy, you don't need food for energy. You need food for nutrition. So you feel drawn to foods that nourish you. Natural foods, high in water, high in fiber, and low in sugar. What if your body and your unconscious start to crave nourishing foods, natural foods, like crisp green vegetables, perhaps a refreshing cucumber, colourful salads and beautiful berries? I want you to consider berries as a gift, full of nutrition and almost no sugar. Create an image in your mind of blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. What if berries are a way to supercharge vitality within you, where each bite brings not just satisfaction, but a sense of power? Because you are not just feeding your body, you are fueling your vitality. Just imagine inversing the formula that many people use. Many people that are sick and tired are overfed and undernourished. What if you follow the strategy of being underfed and overnourished? Less fuel, but better fuel. And that better fuel creates a cleaner kind of energy, a deeper kind of vitality. And each day, you find yourself craving one food in particular. A perfectly ripe avocado. You don't need to have an avocado every day, but on the days that you do have an avocado, It becomes your supercharger for vitality. With its rich, healthy fats, its nourishing nutrients, you feel your body light up every time you eat it. An avocado a day becomes your secret weapon, your daily dose of vibrancy, energy, and satisfaction. Maybe you can recall those times of picking a ripe avocado off a tree by a creek. Remember how good it tasted, how much energy you had back then. Allow yourself to rekindle wonderful feelings of desire, so that with each passing day, you feel lighter, clearer, and more in control, and more connected to your body's natural wisdom. Because you are using the energy your body has stored and feeding your body what it truly needs. And in doing that, you are becoming the version of yourself with you at your maximum levels of confidence, self-esteem, energy, and vitality. Perhaps you're just months away from feeling vital, empowered, and awake. I want you to get a sense that it's not a punishment or a chore to eat natural, delicious foods that are filled with nutrition and exactly what your body needs to awaken the power bank within you, to start draining that reservoir of energy that wants to be utilized. Just imagine getting up off that side of the creek, continuing to walk by the side until you arrive at a reservoir. I want you to get a sense that this reservoir was downstream. The stream from the creek was just a tiny amount of the water in this huge reservoir. I want you to get a sense that movement, actions, this is what utilizes the water in your reservoir. You will crave natural foods high in fiber, high in water, but you will also crave movement. You will have a desire to use the energy in your stored power bank, enjoying walking, moving, using your body in ways that enable you to drain more of that stored energy. I want you to get a sense that you are gravitating towards a future version of you that you've already seen in a mirror. I want you to create an image in your mind of that future version of you that you are gravitating towards, knowing that the pathway to that future is to give your body the nutrients it needs and to train your body to use the stored energy as fuel, meaning you need to eat less food because your body already has enough energy. Allow that thought to be a seed planted deep in your subconscious mind that will grow much like a tree. These trees by the side of a creek that exists in reality and in your imagination. But it's time to leave this creek, to return to the present, feeling a huge desire to make subtle changes to take your life in exactly the direction that you desire. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Start to calibrate with the here and now, as very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling like something has shifted. The communication between your conscious and unconscious now seeks to use that stored energy, transforming your body in the progress. Starting to count 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.